night and it is pitch black outside already. I need to throw dinner together. Is this the first one I'm making? I'm gonna share a lot of Costco convenience dinner ideas. They're gonna be easy, affordable, quick to throw together, perfect for those busy weeknights because we all have them. And even if you wanna make it on a weekend, no one wants to make, who wants to make dinner every single day? This makes it easier to digest on every level. They're delicious, well-rounded meals that your family will be more than happy to eat. So the first one I'm gonna throw together is chicken apple sheet pan sausage. I don't know what to call it. A bunch of veggies on a sheet pan. This is the star of the show. This is my favorite chicken apple sausage. It tastes like Thanksgiving dinner. I don't know what they put on it. Maybe it's just like the apple flavor. Maybe there's sage in here. I haven't researched it enough, but I will tell you it's absolutely delicious and you can pair it with any vegetable under the sun. It's just the process. The idea to make it is to put it on a sheet pan, throw it in the oven. I've got mine set at 411 degrees right now. If you know, you know. Perfect temperature to cook everything. So let me get chopping. So I got some root vegetables because they cook at about the same time. Brussels sprouts, carrots, sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes give it that like autumn vibe, but I have baby potatoes over there. A Costco also sells, so that would work. And I was originally planning to do zucchini, but it doesn't cook at the same time, so then I switched to Brussels sprouts. I feel like that's a better option anyway. And then I have a couple of seasonings over here, and I was gonna jazz it up by adding some maple syrup. It gives like such a great flavor. It did not get refrigerated, so we're gonna 86 that plan. So I'm chopping up the apple sausage, the sweet potatoes, and the Brussels sprouts, and then I'm gonna throw them onto a sheet pan. All I do is dice them in like similar sizes so that they cook at around the same time. I spread them out like this just for aesthetic purposes. You don't have to do that. All I do to season them is just drizzle them with some oil and then douse them. I think I have garlic powder there, probably some salt and pepper. And then if you have it, poultry seasoning. I really like this Kinder's brand, buttery poultry steakhouse, whatever you have. It's fantastic. Adds a lot of flavor, but also kind of unnecessary because all of these three things have such a great flavor on their own if all you have is salt and pepper. Do that. I did it for years, and any sheet pan meal is just such a lifesaver. Sometimes I overthink dinner, and it just doesn't even have to be that complicated. Get some stuff, throw it on a sheet pan, in the oven, and boom. Smells absolutely incredible. Tonight for dinner, a nice, quick, easy, kind of a sheet pan meal. I'm going to turn them into sandwiches using these caramelized onion and aged white cheddar charcoal chicken burgers. What a mouthful. And really, I thought I had a salad to go alongside it, but I waited a couple days too long. The salad was looking very wilty, very gross. So that's a no for me. Instead, I'm just gonna throw together a cucumber salad. You can do anything on the side, but really, the sandwich has all we got going on, and then I'm gonna have green beans on the side. I'm gonna cook everything in the oven. And some avocado on the burger to round it off. What is this, a fruit? We got checking off everything that we need out of a dinner. And hopefully it's delicious. I saw this as an idea and I was like, that sounds really good. I've never had these burgers before, so I'm excited. The Amy Lou brand really is the star of the show and like the champion that keeps these convenience meals going. It's such a great brand and they have really great products. I have tried other burgers that they offer, just not this brand, so I'm excited about it. I used to just grab a couple, cook them up in the microwave and eat them with barbecue sauce. That sounds great. This is an actual well-rounded meal, so hopefully it turns out a little bit better. I'm gonna throw these on a sheet pan along with the green beans. So I've got those, green beans, avocados, and then the English muffins here. Of course, you can use any bun. This is just what Costco has. I thought it would be a good alternative. And then I've got the cucumbers in lieu of like any salad. All right, let's throw it on a pan. I'm gonna throw the green beans on here first. And I have my oven set to 411 degrees. All I do with my green beans is just a little bit of oil and then a little bit of salt and pepper here. Mix it together, let them cook, and they cook pretty fast. We're still looking at like a 30-minute meal here, probably less than that. I'm gonna throw these in the oven. And I have a second sheet pan. I'm gonna throw the burgers on here. Did I mention you could do this in your air fryer? Mine is simply just not big enough for my size family. Ow, oh my gosh, I just cut my finger. No blood, I'm fine. Look at those grill marks on there, so authentic. And then I'm just gonna rip the English muffins open and cook these Well, I'm debating cooking them with the burgers. The burgers will take like 5-6 minutes-ish. I might have to take the buns out. I'll keep an eye on them after a few minutes. But toasting them is a necessity. I don't know how people like raw dog an English muffin. I am not an avocado gal, but I feel like this will really round off the meal. It'll make the burgers not so dry. Ooh, a perfect avocado. My family loves this, so that's why I'm putting it out on the spread. But for me, I think I'm going to do like just a barbecue sauce inside. And felt, ooh, perfecto. I'm gonna take the pit out, scoop out the avocado, and then just give it a mush. I guess I'll add salt and pepper to this. I don't know, how do people like it? Should I have sliced this? Too bad, too late. A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. That's my specialty. Boom. Chipotle would charge $5 for that. As for the cucumber salad, well, prepare to have your mind blown at how I make mine. Did you see that? Did you see that? Reflexes, I tell you. I like to add onions to mine. My kids don't, and I know a lot of people add tomatoes to theirs, but that's a no for me. So literally I just cut up cucumber and then add dressing, and my kids love it. You don't even have to add dressing. I quarter it and then dice it up. And this is the dressing my kids like to throw on top of it. It's just the Olive Garden Italian dressing. They also sell this at Costco. I just do a couple capfuls, enough to coat it. It's not like slop and soup, although that's how my kids would prefer it. Easy, delicious, refreshing, and healthy. Aside from the dressing, it's fun, right? Time to throw these in my super clean oven. Shove them right in there, and then the green beans will continue to cook maybe like 6-7 more minutes. I totally forgot, if you have sliced cheese, which of course it's from Costco, you can add that if you want it on your sandwich. Oh my gosh. They have like 1 more minute to cook, so I'm just gonna throw a couple of slices on here so it gets a little melty. And this is why you set timers. You guys, I am notorious for overcooking everything. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna grab that one right there, and I'm gonna put a little piece of cheese on it like so. I'm gonna get one of these burgers, nice and juicy. I'm gonna throw it on right there. Actually has really great flavor to it. And Alex is literally raving about the mash that I just made. I'm like, are you being so for real? So just right there. And then bada boom, bada bang. Oh, wait. The heat of the chicken patty will, you know, melt the cheese. Ugh, so mad. Add some green beans right here. No space for a salad on this teeny tiny little plate. Oh, those are cooked to actual perfection. And boom, there we have it. Costco Convenience Meal. I mean, are you joking? This does not look like convenience. It looks like gourmet. That's a joke. Somebody call the Food Network, okay? I would overcook the patties and don't cook them with the English muffins because the patties let off, you know, a little bit of juices. Also air fryer, I feel like that would give it a little bit of crisp. I'm just saying, the combination, fantastic. Loved this meal. Everyone ate it. Well, hey, I'm about to throw dinner in, so I thought I'd share this one with you really quick and easy. We're in between sports activities. Tonight is a loaded night, so I need to throw together a quick, easy, delicious, nutritious meal that is also affordable, more affordable than running my family through the drive-thru. And this is the solution. Gotta love Costco with their convenience meat items. So I'm gonna share with you what I've got, how I'm gonna throw it together, and it's gonna be ready in about 20 minutes. Plus, if you're cooking the green beans a different way, like the microwave, I think these would be done in about 7 minutes, but I'm gonna roast mine. So in theory, this could be done in under 10 minutes, okay? Because really, we're just heating it up. And some people would argue this isn't like making dinner, but some would argue it is, okay? Roasted garlic chicken here with the Kevin's paleo chicken. This is gluten-free, really great ingredients, 21 grams of protein per serving, and I have 2 of them to feed my larger family. If you have a smaller family, 1 package will probably suffice. I've also got some green beans I'll show you how I'm gonna throw those together. Also a bagged salad kit. This is one of my favorites, Mediterranean Crunch chopped salad kit. We've got a very delicious basil balsamic vinaigrette in there, and it is so delicious, very salty. So if you're not into that, just beware of the salt content of that one. Even when I eat it, I'm like, ooh, it's a little salty, but I love it. And then we've got mashed potatoes. Very simple, and that's what it's all about, okay? Sometimes we just gotta get some food in our kids' bellies. I just ran out of parchment paper, so tin foil will have to suffice right now. And I just throw the green beans onto a sheet tray. I add a little bit of oil, and you're on my salt and pepper container, so I'm just gonna add a little bit of salt and pepper here. Literally, that's it. You can jazz it up by adding any other seasonings that you enjoy. And I just give it a mix, throw it into my oven, 411 degrees for about 15 minutes until they are done to your desired likeness. And while these are cooking, I'll get everything else ready. This is how the chicken comes out of the package. It does come with a couple of packets of sauce. I have clearly opened both of mine, so 2 chickens come in each one, and they're sous vide. They're cooked to perfection. You fully drain the broth and break it into pieces before heating it up. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna crack it open, drain it in the sink, plop the chicken into a pan, heat it up, and then add the sauce, and literally in a minute, this can be done. That's what I love. I poked some holes in this. I'm gonna throw it in the microwave. The oil heating up, and I'm just gonna throw the chicken right over it. Some more packs. Listen to that sizzle. Add in the gravy, give it a mix, and Julia Child, eat your heart out, okay? This is such a quick and easy meal. If you wanna make it even faster, like cook a veggie in the microwave 10 minutes flat, broccoli or whatever. And then even faster, if you want to add a starch, the potatoes were quick, but if you have those microwavable rice bowls, those would be a great addition too, if rice is more your thing than mashed potatoes. But this was another hit. Another day we gotta make dinner. So tonight's dinner is going to be basil pesto, tortellini pasta with chicken and broccoli. That's not a name for a dish, I'm just listing all of the ingredients. It is really simple to throw together because tortellini cooks in like 2 minutes. It's a crowd pleaser for everyone because anything with pasta is always a yes, and then broccoli for our family is a yes. It's a universal. Chicken, same thing, and the basil pesto just brings it over the top. Perfect little dinner idea. Hardly any effort, definitely no skill involved at all. I have a pot of water starting to boil on my stove that I'll throw the tortellini in, but in the meantime, I will cook the broccoli in the microwave. These come in like individual, there's 4 bags in here that I just steam in the microwave. And then the chicken strips I'll heat up on a skillet, and then at the end, I'll just add in some pesto, and this tastes absolutely delicious. It's my favorite pesto, and it comes in such a huge jar. In my last video, I shared a recipe that used like probably half the jar, so tonight I'll probably use the other half of the jar, so it's perfect. Add them both to your meal plan and you'll use it all up in one go. And bonus points if you add in some shredded Parmesan cheese over top the pasta. I'll cook up both of the pastas, but I will probably reserve half for just the Parmesan cheese because that's how my kids roll. And then for my size family, I cook 2 bags of the broccoli. I cook the broccoli in the microwave for like 10 minutes. And for the chicken, I'm just gonna add a little bit of oil. You can see my pot, the steam is boiling for the noodles. I'm gonna do both of the bags of chicken, and I'm just gonna let them heat up in here. And in the meantime, I'll throw the tortellini in here to cook. All together, add a mix. And all of this will be ready in like 10 minutes. I'm gonna drain the tortellini. I shredded up some Parmesan cheese. This just, you know, elevates it a little bit. I'll put some pasta in here for the pesto. Usually I would just put some butter on this, but a little bit of oil works just as well so they don't stick together. Perfect, and then for this bowl, I'm just going to add some pesto in here. Then I drained the broccoli and I'm just gonna add 1 bag in here, and then I'll leave 1 bag for the picky eaters who don't want pesto on their broccoli. I'll add some more pesto as the night progresses, and then I'll just dump the chicken in there. Give it a little toss. A little dusting of Parmesan over top. And then of course you can add to your heart's desire, because I always want more Parmesan, but I'm embarrassed. Dinner is served. No skill involved at all. Anyone can make this dish in a matter of like 10, 15 minutes. Not gonna lie, I'm pretty sure this is what we're gonna have for dinner tonight. It's one of my family's favorites, and it's so quick and easy to throw together. And sometimes I make the chicken on my own, you know, if I don't have the pre-made chicken. But it's a crowd pleaser for everyone. There's something for everyone. The pasta, I just feel like makes it really kid friendly, especially if you have picky eaters. Thankfully, my picky eater loves the tortellini and broccoli, like, you know, disassembled. So this is a fantastic one. Definite repeat for our family, and I love that Costco sells it. But don't skimp on the Parmesan. I feel like that's my kids' favorite part as well, just like piling on the parm. Tonight for dinner, another quick and easy, convenient Costco meal. Super simple, no skill involved at all. Sausage and peppers. I know, groundbreaking, but Costco has everything that you need. They've got bell peppers for a great price, better than anywhere else. They got onions, they got sausage for a really great price too. I'm gonna use half, I'm gonna freeze half for later. I'm gonna show you how to whip it up. This dish comes together in like no time flat. It's like 5 minutes to cook the sausage, 5 minutes to cook the peppers and onions. While the sausage is cooking, I'm gonna cut up the peppers and onions just to make the best use of my time. First thing I'm gonna do is put some oil into a pot, or if you have a skillet, this is the largest one I have. And I have the mild Italian sausage here, and I'm just gonna take a few links, throw them in. Ideally, I would want my oil to be like, you know, a little sizzly, but that's okay. I actually don't even think the oil is necessary. I'm gonna throw on as many as I can, and then I'm not gonna touch it and let it brown up. While that's sizzling up behind me, I'm just gonna chop up the onion, and all I do is half the onion. Hold on, things are getting a little crazy back here. And I just slice the onion into like, you know, half moons, julienne it, whatever you wanna call it. Check to see if I can flip these babies. Ooh, yeah. See how they have that nice, beautiful color? Just turn them all over so they get brown on both sides. Because color equals flavor. I'm not cooking it all the way through yet. I'm just getting it a little bit of color on the outsides. And while it's cooking on the, you know, second side I flipped over, I'm gonna julienne my peppers. I have a yellow pepper, a red pepper, and an orange pepper. I personally think green is such a classic flavor to this dish, but Costco doesn't sell green peppers, so here we are. And as soon as that's done, I'm gonna check on these, and yes, absolutely, they're cooked on both sides. So now I just add a little bit of water. Woo! Things are getting a little crazy here. Pop a lid on that, and then just let the insides cook with that steam. Okay, maybe even turn it down a notch. Gives me a chance to clean up a little bit. I'll feed the pepper scraps to my chickens. And then onto a sheet pan. I have the hot dog buns, and I personally think that they taste so much better when they're toasted. So I'm just gonna open them up a little bit and give them a little toast in the oven. I have my oven on anyway because I'm making cookies, but if you didn't, you can also make all of this on like a flat top grill if you have that, and then you can throw the buns right on there. After a few minutes, I'm just gonna take the lid off to allow that water to completely absorb. The sausages are done. I'm just gonna throw them in this bowl. Throw in all of the peppers and onions we sliced up. I like to season every layer. The sausage has a lot of seasoning, so I am gonna put just some salt and pepper, basic. Oh, I forgot a sausage. No sausage left behind. This should only take a couple minutes to cook down. Now while the veggies are cooking, I'm going to slice my sausage. You don't have to do this, but I have kids, and I just feel like it's easier to eat when it's already sliced. And I've got some idle time anyway. I feel like I'm doing this all wrong. Always cut on a diagonal. There we go, so much fancier. Julia Child would be proud. I'm gonna throw these in with the sausage and peppers. All right, everything is nice and cooked. I'm gonna throw it into a bowl. I'm gonna shove some sausage and peppers and onions into a bun. Some people put mustard on this. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't love the bun. I ate it without, and I did add mustard. I initially said, add mustard if you wanna ruin it, but definitely add it if you want more of that like flavor, you know? I love a good mustard. So this was a hit, super simple, easy, all the things. Well, it's dinner time again, and I don't feel like making dinner, so this is what I'm going to make instead. Some non-pizzas. They also have those like pita breads, where I feel like that's, you know, a circle, so maybe more in the shape of a pizza. I think they taste all the same, but I don't know. Can you really trust me? So, of course, you can do any toppings. Oh, hold that thought. Because Costco also sells the bulk pepperoni. I'm sure you can throw chicken on here. They have pre-cooked chicken. Possibilities are endless. Just whatever the heck you like on pizza. I personally like barbecue sauce, chicken, mozzarella cheese, and Costco has the huge thing of shredded Parmesan cheese where you can shred it yourself. The world is your oyster, but just to keep it simple for the kids, this is what we're doing. We've got naan bread, mozzarella cheese, Rayo sauce will be like our pizza sauce. Listen, this is very authentic Italian cuisine we're going for here. I've got some pepperoni and then a Caesar salad kit because you can't make it anything Italian without a nice Caesar salad kit. This is perfecto. So let's get to doing it. DIY pizza night is one of my family's favorites, and typically I go all out. I get the dough from, I know Trader Joe's sells it, our local grocery store sells it, probably yours as well. In the bakery section, they always have some dough, but that takes time to roll out. And, you know, if you have a lot of little kids, they are going to need help with that. They think it's Play-Doh, but the more that they touch it, the harder it is to make a crust out of it. So, you know, it can be a little bit time consuming. This is a lot easier. The dough is already formed. Of course, you don't have to use naan bread. Other stores sell actual like pizza crusts and stuff. But I mean, totally versatile, customizable, all those things. And I typically put out a whole spread. But again, sometimes I overcomplicate dinners. And I think, okay, if we're doing pizza, we need every single available option. But really, we don't. My kids ate this. We had the salad. Their bellies were full. And it was a load off my shoulders because it's no skill involved at all. Zero effort. The kids made, you know what I mean? So sometimes I just have to take a step back and realize, like, zoom out a little bit. It is not that big of a deal. It is not that important. As long as I have food on the table and something to feed my family, it's okay if dinner sometimes looks like this, all right? And honestly, my kids love it. They love making their own pizza, and they loved eating it because they made it. And even though we only had cheese and pepperoni and sauce available this night, I was like, you know what? It's good enough, and I saved a ton of money skipping that drive-through. I threw the salad kit together, and I have to tell you, someone in my comment section was telling me how in the last video I made a Caesar salad, and they said, oh, that seasoning packet is actually my favorite, and I was saying how it was my least favorite thing. Skip it for sure. So, and that's the great thing about food is everyone has their own taste. But that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out. I hope to have more convenience Costco meals in the future. And if you want to stick around to see them, you can subscribe. Put a little happy in your day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.